What's the deal, y'all? This your man King Eric, the media assassin, coming at y'all with another video. Be sure to subscribe, hit the like button for me. So I want to talk about the global impact the Wu Tang Clan has had, not only in the hip hop culture, but the music genre, period. I don't think people, especially this generation, understand how powerful that movement really was, man. See, people thinking that we're just having a nostalgia trip. These guys were just not that big as people think it is. I be seeing a lot of disrespectful posts from a lot of people. They be saying Wu-Tang wasn't live as people thought it was. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Because I lived through that wave. Okay? They changed hip-hop forever. Because all of them had different styles and every album represented a different form of their character. Going back to the karate movies, the kung fu samples, it was a distinctive element that never was heard within hip hop. They were the first people, from what I've heard, to use karate samples and stuff in music. So then you also gotta realize not only the kung fu element that they brought, but they also transitioned into video games, the Wu-Wear, the MTV specials. I seen Wu-Tang on skateboards. Like, once they started really doing tours with the Rage Against the Machine, that opened up another market for them. Then they dominated the soundtracks of the 90s. And of course, you got to talk about the solo albums. RZA was the first to really look out for his team and got all those dudes solo albums, deals with different labels. Method Man with Def Jam, Raekwon with Loud, Ghostface with Sony, Dirty with Electro Records, GZA with Geffen Records, I believe. And all those albums didn't sound the same. You know what I mean? Method Man, that album was for the dust head, the weed heads. The Tikal album was. It was for the Sherm smokers. You know what I mean? The grimy, dusty niggas. Dirty's album was more so a trip back to blaxploitation in terms of sound, in terms of rhythm, in terms of the way, the crazy shit that he would say on the record. Like, it was a trip back to the Dolomite. You know what I mean? Then you had GZA with Liquid Swords. He brought that lyrically sharp, informative lyricism. And you could hear that appreciated by college radio and college kids. And it sounded like that whole Liquid Swords album, it sounded like a dark 70s movie. A movie on wax. Then, my all-time favorite, y'all, Cuban Links. Ray and Ghost, they brought that NYC street shit to the table. They were the staple men of what was fly in New York City. Brought the gangster movie element to the mix. That Cuban Links album is incredible. I dare a nigga to say that's dated. Then you got Iron Man. Iron Man changed the game too, even though Ghost didn't really like it because it used cartoons and anime. The Marvel connection, which blew up Wu-Wear. It had colorful language, and Ghost's style was so unique that he was saying shit that you didn't even imagine could be said. He was just out there lyrically, like Poisonous Darts. We talk Poisonous Darts. We talk about Wildflower. We talk about Fast Razor Blades. Daytona 500, Black Jesus. You know what I mean? And then, of course, you know, with Wu Forever, that crossed them over, like I mentioned earlier. That crossed them into different subcultures and shit like that. But people don't understand how big that Wu shit was, man. Method Man and Dirty was charismatic. Ghost and Ray was charismatic. RZA was the mastermind. GZA was the dark shadow type guy that came with the bars. Deck, that's the only one I feel bad about was Deck, man. Deck caught the short end of the stick, man. Because Deck, he set it off on Triumph. Every verse he had, he set it off on. But you know, he was just a victim of bad luck, man. Between RZA losing his album in that flood, and then him putting out his album when RZA didn't have no input, he was just a victim of bad luck, man, unfortunately. But man, I remember going to them Wu-Tang shows, man. I remember I seen them twice. One time when they was promoting the W, and that's when Dirty was on the run, and another time was Ray and Ghost at the Cuban Links anniversary show. Had a good ass time, man. But people don't realize the impact Wu Tang had on black culture, man. And they deserve their flowers for it. So I just wanted to do a video about that, man. Because there's not really many people doing videos or showing appreciation to the legends and what they brought to the table, man. Everything has always been about gossip, chatty pattying, snitching, exposing. Give it up to the legends, man. Give it to the people who provided soundtrack for our lives. And Wu Tang was definitely that. So this is King Eric signing out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Holla.